I think the issues that Aucklanders face can be grouped into three broad categories. There's the cost of living crisis that continues to affect all New Zealanders, and particularly in our biggest city. There's issues around growth, and so that's to do with the fact that the population of Auckland's grown hugely in the last few decades. Transport infrastructure hasn't kept up, housing infrastructure hasn't kept up, other critical public infrastructure, even things like water, struggle to keep up with that huge population growth. And then the third are really the social issues that come with growth and with growing inequality. So issues around crime, for example, which I think Auckland sees more of than the rest of the country. So I think those are the three broad areas where we, as central government, we've got to work closely with the local government to do a better job in all those areas. Transport's a huge issue for Auckland, but we're not going to be able to build enough roads alone to solve that problem. In a city the size of Auckland, Auckland's heading towards having 2 million people living here. No cities around the world will tackle that kind of population with only roads. There will have to be a much better mix of roading and public transport in Auckland's future. And that does include things like light rail. It does include things like the City Rail Link, which I think everybody's looking forward to that finally being opened. Making sure that we're making investments in other heavy rail, making sure that we have active modes of transport available to Aucklanders. Big cities around the world all will face this challenge, and they all, no one's focusing only on roads in the way that Auckland has, I think, over quite a long period of time. Auckland does need a second harbour crossing, and this is a project that's going to take 10 to 15 years, so we've got to make sure that we're keeping the momentum going here. We came up with a 2-tunnel option. One was for roading and buses, the other was for light rail. We always said that the first priority would be to get the extra roading and bus lanes done as quickly as possible. Really, you're looking into the 2030s before that would be open and be having transport going through it. We can't afford to waste a day, though. These projects take a long time, and I do worry that we've seemed to have lost momentum since there was a change of government. If they want to build a bridge instead rather than a tunnel, that's fine, that's their call, but they've got to keep the momentum going.